The performance contracts results for the years 2021-2022. And this, in a way, is a sequel or continuation of that process. Because when the president spoke, he was very emphatic that he has a contract with the people of Kenya. His performance contract is very rigorous, and he's going to be judged on the basis of the commitments he made when he was leading the campaign, and in turn, he has given all these good men and women an opportunity to be part of his team. So he expects all of us to help him in the delivery of his bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And therefore, we are sharpening our tools, sharpening our skills, so that we can be able to do that as we go along. We want boards to take responsibility. And the theme of my message today was tuachane ama tuepukane na ile hadithi ya kusema waziri amesema. Yeah, there's that famous saying, waziri amesema. So people tend to pass the buck instead of taking decisions in accordance with the law and in accordance with regulations. They take a shortcut and say, waziri amesema. Sometimes huyo waziri hata hawajakutana. Tunaelewana? Lakini wanasema waziri amefanya nini? Amesema. And in the process, certain things then go in the wrong direction. So the message we are saying is that let them be ethical, let them be professional, and let them be guided by the Mwongozo guidelines on matters of state corporations. I also want to state that we are going to strengthen not just the State Corporations Advisory Committee, but all other entities, including the Inspectorate of State Corporations, because these are very critical in ensuring that there is good governance across the board in public enterprises. I gave the example that out of the 348 state enterprises that are there today, 79 of them are supposed to be commercial enterprises that pay dividends to the government of Kenya. And in my speech, which you will see, we have not been meeting that target. Only 5% of the 79 have been remitting dividends to the exchequer. Others have now become dependent on the exchequer. We must reverse that trend. We have seen public servants losing their savings through some of these entities, because all public corporations have an obligation to remit all statutory deductions, pay as you earn, NHIF, NSSF. Some of them have not been doing that. And and even where employees have contributed to their various circles within that enterprise, you find that some of those entities have dipped into those savings, and you wake up one morning, it's a rainy day for you, maybe school fees, maybe medical problems, you go to your cooperative and they are unable to give you your funds because those funds have been utilized by other people. So these are the kind of things that we really want to point out, that we cannot make it business as usual. We must turn the tide. The president indicated that we are seeing debt levels that we have never seen before. You heard him. He did not mince his words. So he brought it out that we all have to pull up our socks so that we can get out of that dangerous situation that we are in. It's not that we cannot get out of it. We can get out of it. But we must now stop digging. That was the message he was putting across. We must stop digging and start getting out of the challenges that we are facing. He indicated, for instance, pending bills are very high, almost 1 trillion plus across the government, into the county governments, and therefore these are issues to address. And as I was speaking there, I was also pointing out that a vibrant economy is also dependent on a government that is also honoring its obligations. So when a government obtains goods and services from a contractor and then does not pay that contractor, you are becoming responsible, or you are actually responsible for impoverishing that contractor. Because an auctioneer does not just come to somebody's home for nothing. An auctioneer comes to that home because there's a default. So we must ask yourself, when public entities fail to pay their service providers, what are they doing to the state of this country? They're impoverishing Kenyans. The government of the day is supposed to serve and support its citizens to make money and to move forward and to grow the economy. The government of the day is not in the business of impoverishing its citizens. So we must move away from that tradition and act responsibly across the board so that we can facilitate our citizens to grow. And that is why we are here through this induction process. Asante sana.